Hi, hello, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. And today I bring to you Rage! We're going to be talking about Burnham and his record Inside, or at least, the inside experience, the visual, the movie, the stand-up, semi-stand-up quarantine performance piece. You guys know it. You've been watching it on Netflix. You've been loving the shit out of it. And you've also been just straight streaming it on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever else, you jam your tracks and everything. And Bo Burnham, that record, the Inside, just simply the musical version, his record label submitted that album to the Grammys in numerous categories. Let's read over. The interesting thing about Inside is that it kind of melds a lot of different things together creatively, which as a visual experience, as a comedy experience, it's a really unique piece of art and media. So you would think that uniqueness and the rave reviews and all the people engaging with this project, that it would be kind of a shoo-in or a no-brainer for some real fat, big, huge, girthy Grammy nods, but that does not seem to be the case. It did get one nod. As Stereo Gum says here, it will be competing for Best Compilation Soundtrack for Visual Media. And I agree it is that, but Inside and the music from Inside is also other things too. I mean, it's not like a song or a piece of music from a film or something else, hasn't been appreciated or given a nomination or given some sort of award, outside of the film or cinema or the soundtrack category before. Like Whitney Houston's rendition of I Will Always Love You from the Bodyguard soundtrack. Did that not win a record of the year? And look, rightfully so. That song was so huge and that song was so fantastic. It wasn't just simply relegated to some kind of soundtrack something. But I don't know. I guess the uniqueness of the media and the context of Inside and the music from Inside maybe potentially worked against Bo in this instance. But honestly, I think if the Grammys were really motivated here to acknowledge the significance of Inside and the music from Inside, they would move heaven and earth to do it. You never really know at this point, as much as the Grammys are trying to put their finger on the pulse of what the youth is really into and what the next generation is really into a little bit. But by that same token, you never really know what they're going to clue into and what they're not going to clue into. Like last year, for them to completely ignore The Weeknd and no after hours nod songs, anything that just kind of seems a little preposterous. I've also noticed the new Casey Musgraves record got a bit of a snub as well. You guys might have seen my review, and I'm not crazy about the record myself. And maybe there is an element going on here where Casey has stylistically drifted away so much from that country sound where it's difficult to see her in that country category. But there are, legit country-inspired songs on her record. She does mostly play toward a country audience. But regardless of any headlines and awards, the success and the impact and the numbers for Inside speak for themselves. The record debuted at #1 on the Billboard comedy charts. Clearly there are other outlets and institutions considering it to be a comedy record. Maybe there's an argument there for the fact that I guess the special and the album isn't, gut-bustingly hilarious from beginning to end because there are some sad moments and there are some emotional moments and there's quite a bit of introspection on the record as well. But even those moments have elements of humor or profundity because, a lot of our favorite comics over the years we love because they're insightful. They make great points. They provide, along with their jokes, fantastic commentary on the way society is today. I get that format-wise, Inside is not exactly, like a stand-up special or anything like that. But in my eyes, that doesn't make it any less worthy of a comedy Grammy. The fact that it is so creative and kind of bends our conceptions of what a comedy special can be, that's a reason to include it in the freaking category. Leave it to the Grammys once again to not really be clued in on something that's pretty significant. And on top of it, also allow things like, I don't know, rules or preconceived notions of what makes for a proper comedy album. Allow that to prevent them from placing this album in categories that it very much deserves to be in, because it fits, it makes sense, and it's, as far as comedy albums go, one of the most relevant projects of 2021. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments on this one. Are you feeling the one nomination? Do you think Inside and the music from Inside deserved more? And if you've seen Inside, what are your feelings on it generally? Fantastic, amazing, sharp, overhyped? Let me know. Anthony Fantano, over here next to my head, is another video that you can check out. Hit that up, or a link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Burnham, forever.